Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of different services that I offer to assist you in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So we're getting right back into it, you guys. This is part 2 of the weekly Astrological Ascension Energies forecast. I just finished the Astrological Energies portion and my computer was dying, so now we're going to jump right into the reading portion for you guys. And I'm being drawn to the Keepers of the Light deck to get us started today. So we're going to see what guidance for the week ahead we have from the Ascended Masters, the angels, all of the Keepers of the Light. And I just saw some beautiful sparks of light out of the corner of my vision there as I was saying that. So I know that they are with us and they are wanting to communicate. So what do we have to say? Okay. So first card out is Charity, Prayer and Contemplation. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. And so I'm feeling this right off the bat. We were talking about a lot of these different energies that we're having, these humanitarian energies that we're feeling, this when we have this powerful sextile going on between Mercury in Virgo and Uranus in Taurus, and this humanitarian aspect, right? How we're looking at how we can be of service to the collective as a whole, right? And then also this balancing act that we're feeling between like the needs of the others and the needs of the self at the very beginning of the week, with the moon in Libra and Mars in Aries making the T-square with Saturn and Pluto. So just a lot of energies where we're really being called to step into this space of generosity, of understanding and being of service to others, but also of knowing and understanding how to be of service to ourselves and how to care for and love ourselves in that process, and just finding where that balance is for us. And this energy of, we talked about how the manifestation energies were going to be ramping up rapidly, just with all of the intense astrological aspects that we have going on this week. So the ask and you shall receive is like that instant manifestation energy that we were talking about. Like, what you be careful what you ask for. It's not that you just might get it, you will get it. And so you want to make sure that you're asking for the things that you want. And you also want to understand that every time you think something, if you are thinking a thought consistently, you are asking for that thing. So if you don't want that thing, stop thinking that thought and start thinking the thoughts about the things that you do want. And connecting with heaven. We have so many energies we also talked about assisting us in that process this week. So really building that connection, taking advantage of that connection. We talked about how on the 24th, the energy for that is going to be so off the charts. But throughout this whole week, really, we have the opportunity to do that. I'm feeling we've got a lot of major players lending their energies this week, but there's definitely that heavy Neptunian energy as well. And then this this sextile between Mercury and Uranus, I'm telling you guys, this is like fireworks. So yeah, really allowing anywhere where you're having trouble making decisions, allowing that bolt of Uranian inspiration to come in and guide you, allowing that connection with Jupiter and Neptune as well to guide you, like really tapping into those energies. Your angels and your guides are here and they want you to know how loved and how protected you are, and what a beautiful divine being you are, how incredibly powerful you are. They want to assist you in creating the life of your dreams, but you have to ask, right? You have to ask. You have to pray, and then you have to wait for those answers, right? Like, prayer is talking to God, and meditation is listening for the answer, right? And listen for those answers, because they don't just come in meditation. Those answers are all around you. Those answers are in the random conversations that you have with strangers, in the numbers that keep repeating, right? In all of these little synchronicities, these songs that come on the radio at the exact right moment when you're thinking about something or somebody, you're trying to make a decision, like, you are being communicated with in so many ways. Just really open up and to listen to that and to understand that. And we also have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. So this is going back to those energies again of that balance between others and the self, and how to balance those needs and wanting to be of service, and like really learning how to do that in a way that's constructive and doesn't overstretch you at the same time. But really at the same time, just doing that when those opportunities arise to be that angel in somebody else's life. Be that angel. Like, angels are here. We are all angels, right? And spirit works through us to help each other. So really get into that spirit of helping your neighbor, of helping those that you love, and of bringing, we talked about this in the video that I just did, right? Choosing love, choosing compassion, choosing to stand in our integrity and to act from that place of integrity. That integrity that's born out of our own moral compass, not the morals and values instilled in others, but the morals and values that are true to us, and acting from that place of truth within us, and just bringing that love and compassion into everything. Especially toward the end of the week, we have some really challenging aspects going on that are going to produce a lot of tension. And so people are going to be feeling that. So just bringing that care and bringing that compassion and bringing that love to everybody that you meet to the best of your ability. And just really, acting from that place of integrity, from that strong moral footing. And then Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. And so we just got Mercury energy everywhere right now. So much Mercury energy. Mercury is in Virgo right now. The sun moved into Virgo on the 22nd. This is just for anyone who decided not to watch the weekly forecast. And yeah, we're just being supercharged with this mercurial energy right now. This mercurial and this Uranian energy. And so there's going to be a lot of communication. There's a lot of stuff going on, right? With the sun conjunct Mercury in Virgo, with the moon in Virgo toward the midweek, right? Or really, midweek from the way I do this forecast. It's just a lot of that energy. So we're going to be thinking a lot, and we are going to be wanting to communicate a lot. So speak up with love is what's standing out to me more than anything. Those conversations that need to be had. If we've been dragging our feet on having important conversations, it's time to have those conversations. But once again, have those with care, compassion, and love, and from that place of integrity, right? And then Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So this is bringing me back to when we were talking about the first aspect going on with the moon in Libra opposing Mars and Aries being squared by Saturn and Pluto, right? How there are major karmic lessons unfolding right now. Some of these situations that are going to be triggering that battle within us between like the needs of ourselves and the needs of others, right? Our relationships to others versus our relationship to self, and where we fall in that and how we balance that. There are karmic situations that we are, like, the situations that are bringing that up for us are karmic situations. They are very important. The way that we conduct ourselves, the way that we resolve these situations are so important. So really paying close care and consideration to that and the way that we behave in those. And really when it says do what if you feel is right, this is what we were just talking about with like, what is integrity? Integrity is when I act from that place of care and compassion in my truth, not in your truth, not in society's truth, from my truth. And I operate and I stand strong in that with love and compassion, but I stand strong in that and I do what I feel is right for myself and everybody involved. Yes. And then Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. Boom. All of this beautiful abundance that is raining down on us and is coming our way. Like, obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. And so this is what we talked about, right? Like, it feels like we still got those squares going on with Mars, right? And so it feels like we're bashing our head against the wall, but those obstacles are being removed. It's just first we have to acknowledge what obstacles still exist within us, right? Because everything's within us. It's just manifested outwardly, but it's manifested outwardly because it exists within. So when we find that block within, all of that stuff without starts to naturally fade away and dissolve. And spiritual support and connections, like we talked about, your guides and your angels are standing by. They're just waiting for the green light to go ahead and assist you. But you have to give them that permission, not just verbally or mentally, but energetically, by being willing to release the things that they're trying to remove. If I'm hanging on to something, it doesn't matter if they're standing there with their hand outstretched. If I'm not willing to relinquish it, they can't take it. And then Krishna devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Your guides know how much work you've done, and they understand that some of you are feeling so frustrated right now with the way that things are happening because they're not lining up the way that you thought that they would. But just know that everything is working out in the highest, for the highest and best resolution possible if you are consistently putting out that constructive energy. If you are finding a way to stay in your power, to stay in your integrity, despite what's happening all around you, to hold true, strong to your faith, even in those moments when you feel as though you're being tested the most, there is so much happening in the unseen that you just don't know. And if obstacles aren't being removed just yet, that just means that there's still a lesson that needs to be learned. Like we said, learn those lessons and those obstacles they'll dissolve right in front of your eyes. It's almost like magic, right? Yeah. So those of you who are being guided and just are not trusting that guidance for whatever reason, this is just confirmation to go ahead. You can trust that guidance. You can trust whatever your intuition is telling you. You can absolutely trust that is real. And then the Miriam sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Love is all there is, right? Everything is just a different vibration and a different frequency of love. But really, at the end of the day, love is, everything came from love, right? And everything will return to love in the end. Yeah, I want to grab one of these too. So these are the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. And we're going to grab a couple cards from this as well and see what the Angels and Ancestors have to say for us. As I said, they are standing by. They are so easy to communicate with right now. They want to communicate with you. I mean, they are communicating with you right now through me, but they want to communicate with you all the time, really. So watch out for those signs. Watch out for those synchronicities. We have Animal Guardian. Trust your instincts. Piggybacking right off that last card, you can trust your instincts. You can trust what they're telling you about a situation. We talked about how with some of these Neptunian energies and this trine between Venus and Neptune, for instance, like we want to make sure that we're not looking at things through rose-colored glasses, but at the same time, like our instinctual, intuitive knowing is being triggered and activated in a major way right now. And those instincts, those gut feelings that you have about situations, those are right. The more you learn to trust your instincts and trust your intuition, the stronger it becomes. It's like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. So just really go with that. Whatever your gut is telling you about a situation right now, really go with that and ask for more information. Ask Spirit, ask your angels and your guides and your ancestors for more information, and they will reveal that information to you in one way or another. And for some of you, they may reveal that through animals. So pay attention to the signs that you're getting from the animals right now and what animals might be showing up for you. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. Take that leap, right? Like so much, all of the magic, right, exists in the unseen and the unknown. It's like really, we're being called to take that plunge right now. We don't know how it's going to work out. We can't figure it all out. With all of this Virgo energy, we really, really want to. And like Virgo energy is good for figuring out the details, right? But sometimes the bigger picture, we have to suspend those mental faculties altogether and just dive deep into our feeling, into our emotion, into our intuition. Not our emotion that's reactionary, right? But our emotion that lives deep inside of us. Because we have the reactionary emotions when we get triggered by something, right? That are a product of our wounding and our programming and all of that. But then we have the other emotions that just allow us to get in touch with our intuitive side. And so that's what I mean when I talk about being guided by our emotions, is that kind. But just, yeah, I mean, I feel like, oh, this is such powerful energy here. Ooh, and the shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Yes, look at these. Look how powerful those all are together. That's how powerful you are, right? These are all just different vibrations of you. So think about that for a minute, right? Talking about the shape-shifting. But yes, and this is something I don't think I remembered to mention that when I was doing the weekly forecast, that came up as well, is this fact that especially with this Mercury Uranus sextile, like we may be in the process of discovering gifts that we didn't even know we had. Like new gifts are coming forward. We're being able to fine tune the gifts that we do have. Some people are finding that they're very gifted when it comes to communication, especially, right? Ways that we communicate, whether that's through music, whether that's through YouTube, right? Whether that's through writing, whether whatever and however that is, whatever the platform or the medium is for that. In one-on-one conversations, those gifts like are coming to light more and more. Our psychic gifts are being unveiled. And how are those unveiled? When we trust our instincts and when we trust in the unknown. That's how that happens. And it's just this rebirthing process that's happening as we're going through this incredible transformation process, this rebirthing process. Our gifts are then able to flourish and come to the surface because we're removing everything that buried them, everything that kept us stuck, everything that kept us stagnant. And then right as I say that, I'm reading the autumn card on the bottom of the deck here, and it says, release the old and rest. So release it, let it go. Whatever is no longer serving you. And actually, yeah, no, I want to pull I was going to read some stuff from the book, but no, they said no. It's time to go with this. So we're going to do a Lightworkers Oracle card to close this out, I think. Probably to close it out. I don't know. It's me. Sometimes we get going and we just don't stop. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Tell us about this week. Orbs of light and spiritual service. So orbs of light, this is the messages. This is the light information. All of that light information that we have coming in with this sextile between Mercury and Uranus, with the sextile between Jupiter and Neptune. All of that. So much light and so much information coming in. This is also your guides wanting to communicate with you. If you guys see orbs of light, I mentioned the little sparks of light that I saw flying up here. Some people see angels that way. Orbs of light, just whatever and however you're seeing these little anomalies, those are also ways that your angels and your guides are confirming for you that they are there. I hear the ringing sometimes in my ears as well. That's a confirmation. Start tuning into those things. As you start honing your instincts, as you start honing your gifts and your abilities, tune into these little guideposts, tune into these little ways that Spirit speaks to you and confirms things for you and communicates with you. And the more you play with that and the more you tune into that, the more it flows and the more it comes. Yes, I feel like this is like she's holding this out and she's offering this light to you. That's how I feel right now. Like there is this incredible gift that is being offered. It's just like, are you open to receive? Are you open to receive? And if you would like assistance with that, please reach out to me. I practice a healing modality called Belvaspata. It translates roughly to angelic healing of the heart. And it really helps to open us up to be in that state of receptivity. It helps to heal a lot of these old wounds, a lot of these old traumas. There's no guarantee for what's ever going to happen during a session, but I have witnessed, and I am so honored to have witnessed some of the most profound things go on during these healings. I've witnessed soul retrievals. I've witnessed inner child healings. I've been present and in awe as the archangels and the Sacred Mother have come in and blessed and healed people. There's just like surgeries, so much crazy stuff that happens when these beings come in to heal. So I'm serious, like, please reach out to me if you are in that space and in this dark night of the soul, right? And you're needing some relief. It can be so incredibly helpful, so much. So it's so powerful. There really aren't any words to get into it. But if that resonates with you, if you're feeling intrigued, reach out to me. My information is in the description box below. We also have spiritual service. And so this came up, right? Virgo being the sign of service, this Uranian, Aquarian energy as well. Us coming into, as we come into, we receive this light, we receive this information, we receive these gifts and these knowledge. We begin fine-tuning those. We fine-tune our ideals. What is my ideal? What are my ideals? Who is the person that I want to be in the world, and how can I act in resonance with that person? As we learn all of these things, as we deepen our connection to ourselves and to spirit, our spiritual service becomes more and more clear. We start seeing the part that we have to play in the bigger picture, and we start acting that part. We start putting ourselves out there. We start moving in the direction of that. We're all being called. We are spiritual soldiers, and we are all being called into position right now. And so you may feel yourself being called into position, whether that's reaching out to a certain person, whether that's going and visiting a certain place, whether that's having a certain conversation with a stranger, whether that's beginning this process of putting your words and your perspective and your knowledge out there, whatever it is. And now I'm remembering the Mary Magdalene Teacher Awakens card, which I decided not to pull next on the bottom of the deck. It's so funny when I decide not to do something, they just laugh at me because now it's coming up again. There is a message that you have to share that other people need to hear. And do not worry, it's hard with all this Virgo energy because we are so perfectionistic, right? And so self-critical. It's really hard to put ourselves out there. It's scary for me too. Believe it or not, it can be scary for me. It was terrifying for me to get on YouTube at first, and it can still be scary sometimes. And I still doubt myself, and I still think that maybe I don't have what it takes to do this. But I get up every single day and I do it anyway because I know that that is part of my spiritual service. That is part of why I am here. That's part of what I have to share. And even if only one person benefits from what I have to share, then it was worth getting up and it was worth doing this. And so that's the way that we have to look at everything. It's like pushing past those fears, pushing past all that shadow material that tells us that we're not worthy, that we're not good enough, that we can't achieve it. We are, and we can, and we absolutely will. And then paradigm shift. This is what we're experiencing right now. And we're seeing this in the collective as all of the old realities, all of the ways. This is that Saturn-Pluto energy right here, that Saturn-Pluto-Jupiter energy right now, this paradigm shift. We are experiencing this, and we are going through this collective dark night of the soul as all of these old structures, these old dogmas, these old belief systems are crumbling around us. We see this happening on the macrocosmic level with the world and on the microcosmic level in our own lives. And just hold on for that. Like that card said, trust the unknown. You may feel unknown to yourself right now, but that's because the person that you truly are, your soul self, is emerging. So just trust and have faith in that and where that's going to take you. I promise you it is going to take you somewhere absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this paradigm shift that we are experiencing and the dark night of the soul that can accompany that sometimes. But it is absolutely worth it, and we are calling in our family of light. Some of us are realizing that, we may not feel as though we are connected fully to, some of us may feel connected to our biological family, some of us may not. Some of us may feel love and compassion for them, but know that our family is so much bigger than that and have been searching our whole lives for that family, and that family is being called in. Those that are incarnated physically are being called to you. As you continue to step into your true vibration, those that match that vibration, those that know and remember that vibration will be drawn to you. And those that are in the non-physical are gathered all around you right now, supporting you and willing to be there for you and to communicate with you if you open those lines of communication. This is that energy of knowing that we have a higher purpose, right? That we are here to play mother and father to the world, right? That we are all this beautiful interconnected family, right? Like I am you and you are me. We are one. We are all the same consciousness expressing itself in different ways, in all of these beautiful and unique ways. And that is absolutely amazing. And we're calling to us all of those people who will support us in this journey, in our spiritual service, in facilitating this paradigm shift. This paradigm shift is what paves the way, that opens the door. Like this is the doorway right here to the new earth. Are you ready to walk through that door? Because I know I am. And then we got Ascension, the Rainbow Bridge. That's what we're doing. That's what's happening right now, guys. And the pink rose of Lady Nada, which is just reminding us we have this beautiful gift of love and compassion being offered to us right now. If you don't know how to act compassionately, if you don't know how to stand in your integrity, if you don't know the path to choose, ask your angels, ask your guides, ask for signs, ask for synchronicities, I ask for direct, blunt communication, and sometimes I get it. You know what I mean? Just ask and you shall receive. And if you want more guidance, reach out to me for a personal reading. Reach out to me for a healing. Reach out to me. I also do personal ascension transit charts where we look at all of the planetary energies and where they are cycling through in your chart right now so that you can get a better idea of what you're dealing with and how those energies can and will possibly affect you. Yeah, I think we're going to close because we had the animal guide card that came up. We're going to close with a spirit animal oracle card tonight, I think. So this is for the week of the 22nd through the 28th. What guidance do the animal spirits have for us? 22nd through the 28th. Perfect. I love it when I love it when they give me lots of cards too. Who am I kidding? Rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time. Whether it feels like it or not, guys, this is just confirmation. And then on the bottom of the bottom of the death, I said, rebirth, transformation, right? Bottom of the deck, skunk spirit, know your worth. So I'm just gonna, that I think is enough said. And we're gonna read from the book what it says about the rabbit spirit. But this is just confirmation that even though it seems, for those of you going through the dark night of the soul, even though it seems hopeless, there is so much hope and there is so much beauty and bounty on its way to you. If, like I said, if you're willing and open to receive. A sunny meadow calls and rabbit spirit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light so that you can participate in a fertile and beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. How perfect is that? You're being invited into a new life that you have no experience with, but have no fear. Trust the unknown, right? Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy Rabbit Spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with Spirit, so let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. We talked about that, how the manifesting energies are off the charts right now, and that things are coming back to us so quickly. So really choose those thoughts with care. Choose those. This is an exercise that I talk about with people, and that I don't know if I've done it. I've talked about it a lot. I've thought about it. I don't know if I have. I need to try it. I like to think about things. I'm a thinker. Actually, that's not true. I'm also a writer, so I don't know why I'm making that excuse. I definitely need to do this as well. This exercise of writing down the things that you're thinking consistently. Whatever thoughts are constantly replaying in your head. That way, you really have a better idea of the thoughts that are going through your mind on a regular basis, which are some of the thoughts that are creating your reality. The rest of the thoughts that are creating your reality are the subconscious thoughts, right? But the conscious thoughts that are creating your reality. That really, the repeating thoughts that we have are clues to what's going on in our subconscious as well. So it's all related. Like our subconscious beliefs and patterning are affecting our cyclical thoughts. So really becoming aware of those, and then once we're aware of those, we can start changing those. And we become aware and we start realizing, oh, I'm thinking that thing again, right? Know your worth. I already shuffled. But the skunk card, know your worth. I'm thinking that thing about how I'm not worthy again. I'm thinking that thing about whatever. Okay, let's change that now. Let's flip the script on that. Let's counteract that by thinking some positive thoughts instead. 3 positive thoughts for everyone negative, right? I hate words like positive and negative, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just a fun exercise to try that can really show you where you're at. And then we also have cow spirit. The miracles are endless, baby. The miracles are endless once you start believing, once you enter into that beautiful co-creative partnership with spirit. I love you all so very much. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I have linked the weekly astrological energies discussion below as well if you want to really get into that and what's going on with these planets right now and how to best utilize and navigate those energies. So definitely check that out. Also, as I said, all of my services are listed below. There's a link to donate if you want to help support this channel. And like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to catch more videos. You guys know the drill. I love you all so very, very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Drop a comment and let me know how this week's going. I love connecting with you guys and hearing how you're doing and what's going on in your lives. Love you so very, very